What's going on? Welcome to the video. What we're going to go through today is how to start, scale, and manage a Facebook ad campaign for you as a home builder. Now, when we run Facebook ads, we are not focused on little tiny jobs. We don't want little cracks in the door, little flooring projects. What we are looking for is those big projects, minimum 50K. We're looking to build homes, so full home renovations, full home remodels, entire home builds, anything from 50K all the way up to technically infinite, depending on what our potential lead is looking to actually build. So what I'm going to go through today is I'm going to break down a Facebook ad campaign. I'm going to create one, why we set it up the way that we set it up, and how you can launch and scale your campaigns in just a matter of days. So when you're in Facebook Ads Manager like this, you're going to see a screen here. If you have a brand new ad account, you're going to have no previous campaigns. These are all previous campaigns that we ran for another client. Now, what you want to do is you want to press create, and then you want to press leads. You're always choosing the leads objective for, simply implied reasons. You always want to leave campaign budget on. What campaign budget is going to do is it's going to distribute the budget to what it thinks is going to perform best, what Meta thinks is going to perform best. I promise you that Meta is smarter than you when it comes to advertising, so I always leave that on. And for a budget, you want to start with a minimum of $100 a day. You can go down to 75, but I wouldn't recommend it. $100 a day is usually good to start, and then once you start making profit from your campaign initially, I would reinvest and then put more into the ads as well. Everything else you can leave as is, and then you want to click next. Now, when you're doing a new campaign, I always start off with instant forms. So the difference between an instant form and a website lead is that obviously a website lead is when they click on the ad and they go to your website or a landing page that was made for you to convert. An instant form keeps them on the platform. An instant form is very easy to get people to convert because there's no lag in it, so it's not going to be slow because it's on Facebook, and Facebook has much faster loading speed for the instant form than a website ever will, especially depending on how much content is on the website, how big the images are in terms of their pixel sizes, and a lot of other boring technical stuff. And instant forms have always been the most efficient way when we're marketing to residents of a certain city or a certain state or wherever you do your home building service. Now, as you go down here, you want to select the performance goal as the maximizing of the number of leads. So the reason we're doing that is because we want to maximize volume to start out. And then once Facebook has more data and we have more conversion data as to who actually turns into a customer, then you can switch it to maximize number of conversion leads. The problem with starting off with that setting when it's a brand new ad account and you're just running ads for the first time is that the ad account has no data. So you're telling it to maximize for conversion leads, but it doesn't even know what a conversion lead is. So I always leave it as maximizing the number of leads. I set the start date as whatever whenever you're going to start it. For the audience, what you want to do is click this pencil right here on United States, and you want to select your area. So I'll just select a random city. Let's just choose Dallas, Texas. And you want to choose your radius. So if you have a bigger radius than this, let's say you go all the way up to 50, then it expands. 50 is the highest you can do. If you want to do more, though, what you have to do is you have to drop a pin, radius, raise that to 50, right? Obviously, the bigger your radius, the more your audience size is going to be. Ignore estimated audience size is unavailable. Obviously, that's not true. There is some audience, and Facebook does know what it is. It's just not displaying it right now. Do not click off reach people that are more likely to respond to your ads, because what that's going to do is it's going to show it to people that are in other places but have shown interest in your city. So what I mean is that there might be someone in California who is interested in moving to Texas, and because of that, this ad will show to them. Obviously, you don't want your ad to show to them and pay for that. You want to show it to people in your area, depending, of course, on what your goals are. If for some reason you want those people to see the ad, great. Most of the time, that's not what we find, though, in terms of what home builders are looking for. Placements. So, Advantage Plus placements is always going to be on automatically. Now, the reason I don't like it is because you're letting Facebook freely spend the money. And this is the only part of Facebook, in my opinion, that isn't the highest quality yet. Because what placements means is it will put the ad in every single placement possible on those apps. So it will show it on the Facebook feed, Reels, and Stories, which is where you want it to be, but it's also going to show up on the Explore page. It'll show up on the profile feed, and that's not what you want. You only want it on 6 placements total. Nothing more, nothing less. So what I always do to just like make the process shorter is I tick off all of this, and what you want to do, you want to click on Stories, Reels, and then Feeds. And you only want Facebook feed, Instagram feed. You do not want Marketplace, video feeds, right column, Explore, none of that. It's all irrelevant. So you can see we only have 6 placements. Now Advantage Plus placements is turned off. That's because we don't want to have Facebook just spend it wherever, right? So that's that for placements. When it comes to the audiences, I would raise the minimum age. So the highest you can go on this is 25, but I would obviously make it as high as you can because an 18-year-old probably isn't looking to build a house. And then you can go here and you can raise it even more if you want. So I typically start it off at 30 because there are some rich 30-year-olds out there looking to build a house. That also depends on the type of projects you're looking for as well. You might be looking for, if it's a whole home remodel or renovation, you can lower it a little bit to 25. But depending on what your goals are, who your typical customer is, from your past experience, right? It all depends. So it depends on your market, what type of jobs you're going after, etc. But when you are going after jobs that are going to be bare minimum 50K, usually 30 years old is a good place to start. So that's the ad set level. And then lastly is going to be the ad level itself. Now, when it comes to the ad level, so there's some standard procedures you always follow here. So always turn off multi-advertiser ads. Never ever want that on. And then you always want to have tracking on if you're using a website. I can do a whole video on Pixel. It's pretty complicated, but I'll go into that another day. And then you want to create an instant form based on whatever, your questions and qualifications are. So I'll go into that in a second. But when you're here, what you want to do, first thing I always do is I set up the creative. Now the creative, in my opinion, there's really 2 creatives that we have found to work best. This is meaning the images. So, balloons. So the 2 images are either just a picture of a house that you built, so it can just be the house itself, or a remodel you did or something like that, and also before and after photos. Before and after photos have performed the best for us. We think that they're honestly the best performers because it gives people the outcome in the marketing, right? When you're doing marketing, you're not selling your service or you're selling the outcome, right? The dream outcome people want. So before and afters have worked best, and I would just start off with those if you are new to this. It's really simple. It's really easy to make them work. After you set up that creative, you then want to create an instant form. So name the form, like to keep it organized, I always name it the date that we made it, and then whatever a key qualification question is, or what the headline of the ad is. So I would make it 7/8/25 because that's the date of this video, and then I would name it. Let's say that this ad was before and after number 1. So I would do B/A number 1. Leave it at more volume to start. Like I said, we're trying to get Facebook to have data. For the background image, I always leave that off. I don't think there's any need for it. For the greeting, you always want to have a greeting. So let's say we were doing this for, home builders. Get your free home build consultation. And then for the description, I would just make it answer the questions below to schedule your free home build consultation. Click next. And then you want to add questions. So typically the best questions are always going to be multiple choice ones in my opinion. And you can ask ones like, what is your budget? How soon are you looking to start building? And, what type of home are you looking to build, right? Now, obviously you type in the answers here. So you type in how soon, ASAP, 3 months, 6 months, what type of home are you looking to build, barndominium, multifamily, whatever it is. What's your budget? 250 to 500, 500 to a million plus, right? Get their name, email, and their number as well. It's always what I get. You can remove work email, phone. I'm sorry, name, email, and number always. Then you want to put a privacy policy always, and then say thanks, you're all set, and I would say someone will reach out to schedule a consultation with you soon. Another thing you can do is when it says view website here, you can actually change this to say book your call now, book your free build consultation now. And then they'll press that button and you can send them to like a booking page, like a Calendly software, or send them to your website, right? So you can play around with it. But I've found it always best to say, book your free build consultation there. And then the description would say, this description I have highlighted right there would say something like, click on the button below to schedule your free build consultation. And then you press create form and it becomes a form. The last part I want to mention about forms is conditional logic. So if you turn this on, what happens is, let's say that you don't want to work with anyone that has a budget under $500,000, for example. So what you can do is you can say 250K, or you can say under 500K, or you can say and then 600K plus, right? Just as an example. So what you can do is you can set it up so that if someone presses under 500K, then the form closes and they get taken to the end page, which is page 2, which is this, which says based on your answers, this might not be the best fit for you. But let's say that they do this and they say 600K plus, then you say go to question 2. And then they actually get taken to the next question, right? So you can do that to filter out leads by quality. I think it's a great route to go. But that's how you create the form. And then the other parts to this are the headline as well and the description. So I can't show you guys this right now because I don't have it. Actually, you know what? Give me 1 second. All right, so I found a random picture of a house on Google, but this is just for example purposes. So when you have an actual picture created or selected, what you can do now is edit your caption, which is your primary text, the headline, which goes on the ad, and a description under it. Now, the call to action, always make it learn more. I'm not going to explain why. Just do it. Trust me, it's the best one. It always works. For the primary text, you have to space it out, but get your free home build consultation. Actually, let me do better than this. So this should always be the headline. So the headline should always be a call to action, always. The description, I typically leave it blank, and then for the primary text, you want to make it like a caption. So I'll just write something out really quick and then come back. All right, so I wrote something very simple, but this is like what the caption looks like. It looks exactly like an Instagram post. The only difference is it says sponsored below the profile name. Now, I just wrote Idaho residents looking to build a home. Let us build you a beautiful home on your lot. Schedule your free build consultation today. Basics of copywriting here is you have the call out, Idaho residents. Let us build you a beautiful home in your lot. So it kind of qualifies them because they don't have a lot and they'll keep scrolling. If you're a home builder that cares if they have a lot or not, schedule your free build consultation today. So then a clear call to action. And then the looking to build a home is really just an identification piece. Like, are they actually looking to build a home, right? And the reason you put that there too is because what it allows Meta to do is optimize towards people that are most likely looking to build a home based on the posts they've engaged with, their YouTube searches, the Facebook groups they've interacted with, right? Facebook uses all of this data, takes it, and uses it for your advantage to get you more leads, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. And then what you do is I would just duplicate out the ad. I would make, one or two more ads, test them, find out which one works, and scale the working one. But for now, that is how you actually set up a Facebook ad campaign. If you have any questions on this, please put them in the comments below. I will respond to them, I promise. If you're interested in getting help with your home building business and generating more leads through ads, just like the ones that I walked you through today, go to adstruckdigital.com, book a call with me or one of my advisors, and we'll be more than happy to walk you through that process. Until then, I will see you guys in the next one.